Tonight from Camden Yards in Baltimore, the Red Sox can lock down another series win with a Game 2 victory over the Orioles. Left-hander Drew Pomeranz returning to the hottest team in baseball. The Sox have won 20 of their last 24. Hi, everybody. Great to have you with us tonight. Maybe more rain in the forecast. We shall see how long the game goes, but the Red Sox coming off a victory last night, Ram, where maybe they didn't play perfectly, but they did a lot of little things perfectly.
Yeah, they really did, Dave. You know, it kind of is a throwback game, I thought, a little bit for the Boston Red Sox, and it proved that they can do a lot of different things and execute them very well. First of all, there was a relay play very early in the game where Benintendi plays it off the wall, gets it into Bogaerts all the way in the air, and then Bogaerts to home plate all the way in the air, and they cut down and run over to home plate by a large margin. And then later on in the game, you don't see this very often anymore. Man at second base, and Bracco actually moves him over with a ground ball to the right side. Great defensive play out there by Jackie Bradley. This we see over and over again with Jackie Bradley, and an actual sacrifice bunt late in the game. How often do you see this in baseball now? But late in the ball game, in a close ball game, Alex Cora wanted to sacrifice with San Leone, and he did so. It was successful. So they kind of showed every version of what they're capable of doing in that ball game last night. Just not hit home runs and do things like that. They can also do the little things that help you win games.
It certainly did, as the Red Sox took game number 1. They are now 10-1 head-to-head against the Baltimore Orioles this season, moving into game 2. A very important night for Drew Pomeranz. He has not made a start since May 31st for the Boston Red Sox. The left-hander won 17 last year. He's back in the fold. We'll see how it goes tonight here in game 2 with Baltimore. BuyAToyota.com. By Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. You New England Audi dealers, get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Citizens Bank. Visit citizensbank.com. 12th meeting of the year between the Red Sox and the Orioles. So far, the Red Sox have just flat dominated in every phase. They are 10-1 head-to-head against the Birds. Drew Pomeranz on the mound for the first time since the end of May. For more on the story, let's toss it down to Garen Austin.
Hi, Obi. Well, there were a few bumpy rehab starts for Drew Pomeranz, but it seems like he really turned things around in his most recent outing. I talked to pitching coach Dana Levangie about what was different and what their expectations are for him tonight.
Well, he's worked really hard to get to this point, working on his delivery. We changed spots on the rubber a little bit to create a little more deception and a cleaner arm path. What I've seen, he's thrown the ball pretty similar to what he did last year. The spin of his breaking ball is back to where he wants it, and we expect it to be. So we're looking forward to it.
What are you looking for? Looking for tonight.
Him going out there, executing pitches, doing what he does best, using the curveball, pitching on both sides of the plate, and working up in the zone.
Obi, one thing that could be a factor for Pomeranz tonight is this weather. It's currently raining and very windy here on the field, and the forecast is not good. There could be multiple starts and stops again tonight, and so we will see how that turns out. Obi?
All right, Garen, thank you very much. And Garen's report brought to you by Xfinity X1. Mookie Betts and the Red Sox about to come up for the first time against the right-hander Jeffrey Ramirez, who is 0-3, but Red Sox have already seen him one time. Here's the Red Sox lineup. Brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Andrew Benintendi will follow Mookie Betts, and then it's going to be J.D. Martinez with 29 home runs. Mitch Moreland at first. Xander Bogaerts, 16 home runs, 64 RBI. Jackie Bradley's in center, batting out of 6-hole tonight with Eduardo Nunez in the 7. Rafael Devers at third base, hitting 8th. Had an interesting night last night. Blake Swihart does the catching and bats 9th. Against Ramirez, the rookie making his 5th major league start.
Let's take a look at the Orioles defense. They are 10th in the American League with 60 errors on the season. Renato Nunez at third base, Tim Beckham the shortstop, Jonathan Scope at second, and Chris Davis the first baseman. Left to right, Trey Mancini, Adam Jones, and Mark Trumbo, and Caleb Joseph doing the catching for Ramirez.
Your umpires tonight are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Brian Onora behind the plate, fielding Culbreth at first base. He'll be the crew chief. C.B. Buckner at second. Chris Conroy at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit compra2toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Well, the weather has been a puzzle. There are many people in the ballpark right now who did not think this game would begin. 78 degrees, a chance of thunderstorms. That's a very high chance throughout the evening. But to be honest with you, Jerry, I'm shocked this game is starting on time.
Yeah, for everything we heard about yesterday and this morning, there was no chance that this game was going to be played. But guess what? Here we are, and let's play some baseball. And no agua, please.
No agua. Had plenty of that already. Been a very, very wet July here in Baltimore in the Mid-Atlantic region. Ramirez set to go. Made his major league debut against the Red Sox on June 13th, a 5-1 Boston win. But Ramirez has impressed manager Buck Showalter, and he keeps on putting him out there. So after tonight, just 60 games remaining for the Red Sox. Come in with the best record in Major League Baseball by a bit of a margin now. First pitch. Mookie will take a strike, and we're underway.
And Mookie Betts has faced him twice. He's 1 for 2 with a home run against Ramirez.
Betts last night 1 for 5 in the Sox win. And he fouls that one away. Sox at 71-31. And 15-2 in the last 17. And the 0-2 home. Benintendi on deck. Red Sox coming into play tonight with a season-high 6-game lead on the Yankees, who have all sorts of trouble, particularly with their catcher Gary Sanchez, who actually went on the DL. He was under fire after a couple of, from their angle, disturbing plays, lack of effort plays last night. High fly ball rising up into left center field, but Mancini moves on over to put that away. One gone.
I was watching some clips of that last night you were talking about, Dave, and wow, I'll tell you, either he was really hurt because he did not move at all on a couple of plays. One ball that bounced by him, and he tracked it down the third base line, made hardly no effort at it, running down the first base line, kind of in a half effort there. It just didn't look good at all.
Benintendi 305, 14 homers, 61 RBI for Andrew. 2 for 4 last night with 2 RBIs. Lowe's whole team together as we take a look at the Red Sox success against the Orioles. 10-1, averaging 5.4 runs, and really pitching a 2.29 ERA against Baltimore. JD Martinez on deck.
That fastball so far hanging around 91, 92 miles an hour to both Betts and Benintendi. Also threw a couple of change-ups to Mookie and a slider.
One, 2 from Ramirez. Benintendi's had an excellent month of July. 418 for the month. That's tops in the American League. It's also number 1 in on-base percentage in the month of July at 492. Looking to reach again, flicks a foul.
Good foul ball outside by Benintendi. Pretty nasty pitch on the outside part of the plate, and just able to reach out and punch it foul. Ball was supposed to be inside. It stayed outside, and Benintendi did a very good job fouling it off.
2-2.
Back to the changeup, bouncing that time.
All filled up on the patient Benintendi. Sox looking to strike first here against the youngster. They've done it often against Baltimore. And the 3-2. Now there's your 4-seam fastball at 93 from Ramirez.
Going up and up and up here in the first inning.
From Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Here's the 3-2 again. And spoiled another one. Next one will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Trying to straighten one out against Jeffrey Ramirez. Looks like it should be Jeffrey, but it's pronounced Jeffrey. And a weave and a miss. That one cuts him down. Strike 3, so Benintendi a long at bat, but he fans.
And he was surprised on that because he had not seen the slider in that whole at bat. A lot of pitches, and then finally they go with the slider to put him away down around the back ankle. He's seen fastballs and changeups to that point, so it kind of surprised Benintendi.
2 up, 2 down for JD. 1 for 4 with an RBI and a stolen base last night. .29 home runs are second best in the majors. And leading the major leagues in RBI with 82. Sock to right, that's deep. Trumbo back, track, wall, it's gone. Number 30 for JD Martinez. A wicked line drive to put the Red Sox in the lead 1-0. Out of here quickly.
Well, if you make a mistake to JD Martinez, he's going to hurt you big time. They want this fastball inside. Instead, it goes away, and that's right into a spot right there where JD Martinez can take that ball to the opposite field with authority. Definitely a mislocation, and Martinez locates it in the stands.
And he ties Ramirez of Cleveland at the top of the chart with 30 home runs. And the Red Sox quickly on the board. Mitch Moreland did that last night to center field, his 12th. Speedway donating $500 to Boston Children's Hospital, and through the end of August When you use your Speedy Rewards card, you purchase 3 cooler beverages and receive 1,000 bonus points. .30 homers, 83 driven in now for JD. And a quick start for the Sox against Baltimore. Little lob shot into center field. Little dunk down for a base hit. Mitch Moreland with a 2-out single.
Well, a changeup to the plate and a changeup hit to the opposite field by Moreland. See the location right here with the pitch. It's kind of a split grip there, right there. Changeup, and then it's toward the outside part of the plate, right toward the end of the bat. It just serves it into the opposite field for the base hit.
Boy, not even a strike.
That's some pretty good hitting by Mitch Moreland.
Darn good plate coverage off the plate. That'll get the inning to Xander Bogaerts, 283, 16 home runs. Number 2 on the ball club with 64 RBI. Red Sox have been astonishing when they score the first run of a game. 48-5. Jackie Bradley moving up in the lineup tonight is on deck. Count 1 ball 1 strike. Xander with a double last night. He's got 3 doubles the last 2 games. Certainly looking like a 40 double kind of a year for Bogaerts. The Orioles have become one of his favorite opponents. Go back over the last 2 years since the beginning of 2016. Sitting .323 against Baltimore. 14 home runs. Ramirez 2-1. All even up on the Red Sox shortstop. As you might guess, a tiny crowd here. Orioles 28 wins, 73 defeats, and bad weather. Moreland on at first with 2 away, and 2-2. He struck him out. Red Sox jump on Jeffrey Ramirez, a home run by J.D. Martinez to make it 1-0. lineup, which is brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. Tim Beckham leading off. Jonathan Scope, Adam Jones, Mark Trumbo will follow. Valencia the DH, Mancini in left, Chris Davis at first, Renato Nunez at third, and Caleb Joseph is the pitcher, the catcher, batting out of the 9th spot against the pitcher Drew Pomerantz. 1-3, a 6.81 ERA. Brought to you by New England Audi dealers. And a routine fly ball. Jackie Bradley will make that play on 1 pitch, 1 away.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 3rd in the league with 48 errors on the season. Devers, Bogarts, Nunez, and Moreland in the infield. Benintendi, Bradley Jr., Betts in the outfield, and Blake Swihart doing the catching for Pomerantz.
Pomerantz 1 win, 3 losses, a 6.81 ERA. Has not pitched since the 31st of May on the DL with biceps tendonitis, and then a neck problem followed. Alex Cora hoping for 5 or 6 innings.
And you can see right there he's changed his position on the rubber. He's more toward the first base side of it right now, trying to give the hitters a different look. Different angle for the pitches.
And that curveball so huge for him.
It really is. We'll see what the velocity on the fastball is tonight too. There you see the positioning of his foot on the rubber going to the first base side. That fastball only 87 miles an hour, but in a good spot.
Scope 235, blasted a home run last night. That one ate him alive. Outstanding knuckle curve to strike him out. 2 up, 2 down. Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. Pomerantz's career at Camden Yards. He is 0-2, but a 180 earned run average. So down goes Scope, hacking away. That'll send up Adam Jones, who is 5 for 19 lifetime against the left-hander. Mark Trumbo on deck. We'll also keep a very close watch on Pomerantz's tempo,
which has been very quick here in the first inning.
Really has. Quite noticeable.
That's one thing Cora has really talked to all the pitchers about, isn't it? Picking up the tempo.
Here, here. Great idea. Of course, Chris Sale is left out of that meeting.
Yeah, he didn't have to attend. He did not have to go at all.
Rick Porcello's another guy who works at a very good clip. I think they were excused from that meeting. But it's encouraging. I think Alex gets it. And as a former infielder, that makes sense.
Well, and to me, too, the less time you give a hitter time to think, the better chance you got.
3-1 to walk him. So Jones is on. Trumbo next. Now with a man aboard, we'll see if he continues to pitch quickly. Pomerantz's only victory of the year came way back on May 2nd. 5-4 victory over Kansas City. Went 6 innings. He allowed 3 runs. That's been it for a guy who won 17 last year. A lot of hope that he will return to form or something close to it. Last year 17-6 with a 3.32 ERA. For long stretches he was the best left-hander in the American League. Red Sox last year went 22-10 when he started. 14-4 in his last 18. Got a piece and it's 0-2.
The whole idea with Pomerantz is to keep that curveball down, obviously, and the fastball up. That's how when he's effective, that's how he operates. Down low with the breaking ball, up high with the fastball. That curveball is a little bit too high right there. He didn't want it in that spot.
Trumbo has had issues with him. He's 2 for 14. And he finds himself in the hole. Here's the 0-2. off speed. Good block there by Swihart. Runner holding at first base, Jones.
Now Swihart getting more and more playing time behind the plate, and I'm sure becoming more comfortable behind the plate. Nice job blocking that. Didn't try to catch it, just try to knock it down. Unfortunately, rolls up that third base side and there's no advance.
Pomeranz 1K in the book here in the first inning. And give him 2 on the swing and a miss. Swihart will collect it, gun him down, and that's all. A walk and 1 man left. Drew Pomeranz back in. Deadline is on July 31st. Text 1 for yes, 2 for no. Text your answer to 536 536. Message and data rates may apply. 1 message per vote.
I think my opinion on that is with the wild card now in baseball, I think it could be pushed back a little bit, maybe to mid-August. That's just my opinion.
August 15 for you. Jackie Bradley going after first pitch here in the second inning. Red Sox had 1-0. Well, Jackie made another one of his trademark terrific catches last night. Ball hit right over his head. Went racing back, went leaping up into the air, made a backhand catch on it. Splendid play. Worth another look.
Yeah, you know, he seems to make a highlight play every single night in a ball game, and he gets such good jumps on the ball. The ability to take his eye off the baseball, check out the wall, pick up the baseball again, and never break stride is really incredible.
Exactly right. I thought that made that play, the jump he got.
Yeah.
You could see it on replay, could see it very clearly live that he just got off to a terrific jump. 1-2 on the way. And he's been moved up to the 6 hole tonight, hitting .210 with 7 home runs. Did drive in a run in the victory last night as he took a bases loaded walk.
So far, everything in this at bat away from Jackie Bradley. Trying to make him hook the ball.
I think it's hard for Jackie to impress his teammates. You know, Mookie was asked about the catch. He said, yeah, he does that all the time. Yeah, he does that all the time.
We get spoiled.
Swung on, foul tipped and held by Joseph. That'll complete a strikeout, and the third for Ramirez. 1 man gone.
Tune in tonight to NESN's news coverage to get the latest from the Patriots training camp in Foxborough. NESN's news coverage of Patriots training camp is brought to you by Cross Insurance, where security meets strength.
Nunez batting .252 with 6 home runs. He's at second base tonight. Rafael Devers back at third. The 21-year-old messed up on the bases last night, was doubled up late in the game, which actually forced Alex Cora to do something he did not want to do, and that was bring in Craig Kimbrell and use him for the save, as the Red Sox were about to build a big inning, or thought they were, and double play ended it. He also had a defensive lapse, but last night and today, Alex Cora talked to him, and he said the Red Sox won the game. That was the single most important thing. As scoops and gets him 2 up and 2 down. And he said, I don't want to see you hanging your head. They talked to him about the mistakes. They talked to him about the mental lapses, but also said, we think you're going to learn from this. We're not going to punish you for it. You're not going to sit or anything like that. Of course, if it keeps happening, that's a different matter. But approaching the 21-year-old with a lot of room for improvement. And they weren't going to bury him. A high pop up into right center field. Oncoming Jones to make the catch. Red Sox go quietly here in the second. Red Sox games and concerts at Fenway. The prices and service are better than you can imagine. Go to aceticket.com right now. Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien, Garen Austin with you here from Baltimore. Red Sox had 1-0 and a J.D. Martinez home run. Drew Pomeranz to inning number 2. First one went well. He did walk a man, but he struck out 2. Danny Valencia, the DH, 2 for 6 off him, will lead off.
You know, getting back to what you were talking about, Dave, last inning about Devers at third base, you got to be very, very careful as a coach and a manager how you deal with a 21-year-old. And you know, this kid loves playing the game of baseball, and it's not lack of hustle. It's sometimes just concentration that slips on him a little bit. It's not like lack of effort. That's not the problem. So you handle a kid like that with kid gloves because you don't want to lose him.
Valencia loops that one to right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. First hit tonight, Pomeranz.
But you got to make it very clear to somebody like that you know, we can't tolerate a lot of those mental mistakes. Nothing upsets managers more than lack of hustle and mental mistakes. They'll take physical errors. They can handle that. When you start making mental mistakes, that's when they get bothered. But you got to be careful how you handle, especially young kids like Devers.
I think Cora was really concerned about that and how Devers would handle a bad night. He did not want him hanging his head because the Red Sox won the game. They won, and that's the single most important thing.
Exactly.
From the team perspective, not the individual perspective. And I know Alex Cora is very, very fond of him. Believes he's going to be a terrific player. Mancini, 221 with 12 home runs. Yeah, it's night and day from the Sanchez situation, I think, what transpired at Tampa Bay last night, because that was all lack of hustle.
That's just lack of hustle.
Now, today, he's come up with an injury. They've come up with an injury. All right, perhaps he is hurt. He did not say that last night. He effectively apologized for both of those gaffes. And then today they wind up. Now, he was recently on the DL, so you can surmise that, yeah, that groin injury kicked in again. But totally different situations. 1-1 will not be made, and back in Valencia.
That's why it's so hard to manage. I mean, you've got to manage 25 different personalities, and you've got to figure out what makes somebody tick, what can tick them off and turn them around the other way. It's very difficult.
You know, fans can afford to get really frustrated and really down on a player, and they're going to do that. I totally understand that. But the manager can't afford to do that.
No, not at all.
And it has been at times exceedingly frustrating. Youngsters made a lot of errors. Trying to clean that up these last 60. Ground ball to him. He'll scoop and fire into first base, get the out. Down to second base. Valencia with one away.
Made the right decision right there, because he had no play at second base and just takes the out at first. This ball hugging the line and hugging the grass on the line, and Devers makes the right choice. He looks towards second, nothing there, so let's go to first base and get the out.
Chris Davis now first baseman, having a terrible year. 155 with 10 home runs. Used to be a premier run producer. Now they bat him 7th. And at second, one down. Red Sox had 1-0 in the second. Red Sox 71-31. You realize they have 8 more wins right now than the New York Yankees? 8 more. There's a difference of 4 in the loss column, but 8 more wins. Yankees have had a lot more difficulty with the weather than the Sox have.
That fastball still registering around 88 miles an hour. He's had one that was 86 this inning, and that last one at 88. So the velocity there with the fastball is about the same as we saw earlier in the season.
And the lefty's 2-0. That finds the mark at 88. They'd like a new baseball. There's no question with a runner in scoring position, he has slowed down his tempo. Pomeranz lost to the Orioles earlier this season on the 18th of May at Fenway Park, 7-4. That's the Red Sox only loss to the Orioles all season long. Gave up 4 earned in 4 innings, walked 3 men. That's when his problems were really becoming heightened. They haven't had a drop of rain here in a couple hours.
That's been amazing.
You wouldn't believe the forecast for tonight. At like noon today. That's pop foul, 2-2. It looked completely unplayable.
Now, the forecast is when it starts to rain, it's supposed to rain till like the weekend. I mean, that's all you've been hearing since we've been here. It rained last night a couple of times, some showers, heavy showers, got the game in. So far, not a drop in this game.
Valencia, the runner, adds second, a 2-2. High and tight to knock him off the plate. That one hit 90.
That's the hardest one he's featured so far. 90 up and in to Davis. It's supposed to be away.
Jerry, I think you guys jinxed it. We didn't have a drop of rain until you mentioned it. Now the rain is starting to pick up. So
you had a drop where you are?
It's actually really starting to rain pretty heavily, so I'm going to get my umbrella back out.
High deep drive into right center field, but Mookie Betts is right there. Bit to his right to make the catch. Valencia tags. Mookie with the throw, and it is offline. 2 down. Runner at third now for the Orioles.
Get the latest Bruins offseason news and movement across the NHL on Bruins Summer Face-Off Live. Andy Brickley sits down with Cam Neely to recap last season. Plus, he and Adam Pellerman break down the offseason for the Atlantic Division. Don't miss Bruins Face-Off Live tomorrow night at 5:30. Brought to you by Toyota.com, Toyota's website for deals.
Do you see any rain?
No, I really don't. I'm not second guessing Garrett.
No, I'm wondering if there's a couple.
Oh no, there is some. There is some. Well, that's it till the weekend. That's it. Never got to stop again.
Right. 2 by 2 we go. Valencia on at third for Nunez, hitting right at 200. Hit a bullet last night off of Kimbrel. And the 0-1. That one disappeared on him. He does have 2 strikeouts so far tonight. The 0-2 rattle foul.
Once again, he's doing a pretty good job, really good job keeping the curveball down in the zone, with the exception of maybe one that he threw that he got away with. That was up, but for the most part, he's been down low with it. This pitch down exactly where he likes it, down and in.
Swing and a miss. He elevated that one at 89, and he struck him out. 1 hit, 1 runner stranded at third. championship in game 103. The Red Sox lost to Tampa Bay 5-1. David Price with a 5-hit complete game masterpiece to shut down the Red Sox in that one. To the third inning in Baltimore, and Blake Swihart will lead it off. Sox on top 1-0 on the Martinez home run. JD with number 30 with a 2-out first inning blast to right center. Blake's got a 6-game hitting streak. And then it'll be Mookie Betts and then Andrew Benintendi. Ramirez with the 0-2, and he bounced it up there. Opponents are hitting .289 against Ramirez with nobody on. With men on, he toughens up, just .150. A strikeout of Swihart and one man gone.
Tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC Eck and Steve will preview tomorrow's matchup between David Price and Dylan Bundy. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
That's 4 strikeouts for Jeffrey Ramirez. You got Mookie Betts and a fly to left first time up. Mookie 0 for 1. So 1 for 3 off this guy with a homer. Yankees have a 1-0 lead on Tampa Bay. They're in the third inning. He came in leading the big leagues at .350. And of course, some of the best nights and days of Mookie's career have come against Baltimore. Since the start of the 2016 season, hitting .323 against him with 14 homers, 39 runs batted in. Has the count his way now, 3-1. $60 games left for the Red Sox. Still a bunch more left with Baltimore. Red Sox still have another trip here in August. Just a couple of weeks away. 3-1 from Ramirez. Fills up the count.
A little backup slider that time by Ramirez. It's the inside corner. Was not supposed to be there. It was supposed to be away from Betts, but didn't do much. Still a strike.
Benintendi, the on-deck hitter, pops a foul back off into the stands. Get a good chance tonight to grab a souvenir.
Real good chance. It's you against a lot of chairs.
Just a dismal season for the Orioles. Payout pitch coming. There's another one.
This guy's got all the room he needs. Something goes out his way, he's got a souvenir.
It's got an entire section. Fly ball, but foul out of play.
Hey, think about that, right? I wonder if that's his ticket. Well, he just decided that, you know, there's nobody around. I'm going to be antisocial and just sit by myself.
Yeah.
That's like something I would do.
Like, you know, I just want to be by myself tonight.
Yeah.
Watch a little baseball. It's going to be swing and a miss, strike 3 for Mookie Betts. Ramirez has some tough pitches, back-to-back Ks. Nesson proud to support the Men's Warehouse Suit Drive in July. When you make a donation of gently used professional clothing at any Men's Warehouse, You help unemployed men and women look their best as they re-enter the workforce. Learn more at mwsuitdrive.com.
Guy sitting in seat number 12.
It's his lucky seat in his section. Gonna check in on him to see if he hangs in for the whole night. The 1-0. Benintendi will lay off. He struck out in the first inning. Red Sox in the lead 1-0. Win tonight. Red Sox take another series right through their first strike. Actually on the edge at 93.
Yeah, questioned a little bit by Benintendi. Didn't particularly care for that call.
Popped him up over third. Nunez giving chase. So is Mancini, and it falls between them. Nobody could get to it.
Yeah, really the only guy that had a chance was Nunez, the third baseman. He got turned around a little bit on that. Certainly not an easy play from where he's playing anyway. He looks, he knows he's got plenty of room, then he just has to kind of circle back. And once he starts to circle back, all he's got is the bare hand to make a play with.
You ever catch one barehanded?
No. I had enough trouble with a glove.
3-2. Coming. Foul back. Who was the guy who played for the San Francisco Giants who made a barehanded catch down the line? It was Kevin Mitchell. Remember that play that he made? Kevin Mitchell?
Oh, yes.
Lunched
I do remember
out.
that, yeah.
It's actually a terrific play. He was a tough character. That'll be ball 4. Red Sox take their first walk tonight. Benintendi figures it will be Andrew Benintendi leading the ball club. That means J.D. Martinez will bat for the second time. Our high strength steel play brought to you by New England Chevy dealers and a Chevy Silverado.
Well, number 30 on the season right there. A fastball away to J.D. Martinez, and he finds some open area out there in right field.
Number 30. They will overshift on him, playing him to pull. No swing, says Fielding Culbreth, first base umpire. Red Sox are building an outstanding month. Coming down the home stretch of July. 15-3, popped up. And Beckham, the shortstop, there for the catch. One man remaining. It is 1-0 Boston. network for streaming baseball, because your stadium should be where you make it. Camden Yards in Baltimore, still one of the prettiest ballparks in the major leagues. 1-0. Sox have the lead. Drew Pomeranz on the hill tonight. That's the big story, as he has returned to the rotation for the first time since May 31. Could be a very, very important part of that rotation. That one fouled away. Devers will scoop it, especially with the injury to Eduardo Rodriguez, where Stephen Wright still out as well. Liner and a base hit over the head of Nunez, who thought about jumping up for that, but it'll be a single for Caleb Joseph, who's been one of the hotter hitters here in the month of July. Let's toss it downstairs to Garrett.
Thanks, Obi. Well, the Heart and Hustle Award is selected by the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association, and this year's Red Sox recipient is Mookie Betts. Now, the award is given to a player who plays with passion and embodies the spirit, the traditions, and the character of the game. Mookie said it's an honor, guys, and Alex Cora said that he brings energy every single day. He's a great teammate, but he also said, guys, there are a lot of guys on this team who deserve that. Craig Kimbrell, everything that he's been through this year, and Jackie Bradley Jr., he said all of these guys work so hard, guys, he cannot complain. And Jerry, speaking of passion, you demonstrated some passion earlier today in your performance, and I hope that we get to take a look at that later.
I missed that. What was that?
Your passionate
Oh my God! Yeah,
performance.
I was in rare form before the game tonight. I put on a concert.
It was beautiful, Jerry. It was beautiful.
Voice is horrible.
It was beautiful. Is that the word you chose?
He has so much passion when he sings the Beatles.
There's no doubt about the passion.
It's all about the passion.
It's the beauty of it that I probably would take issue with.
To see so much joy in Jerry when he performs is a beautiful thing.
Well, and he knows all the words too. He's got the whole Beatles catalog down. Here's Beckham, 0 for 1 with a fly to center.
I had a chance to hear a little of it back, and it is really, really bad. You know, when you sing it, you think you're pretty good. You know,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'm pretty good. You know, listenable. You know, but no, it's not at all.
Sort of the confirmation.
I didn't realize how annoying that's probably to you when I go into one of my concerts. You know, so.
No.
Just one of those days. I just felt like singing.
There are some days you just feel like belting out a tune, and in your case, it was about 14.
Yeah.
And believe me, we enjoyed it. We had a great time with it. I was getting some work done over here. Garen was doing some work, and you just started belting out Lennon and McCartney.
Yeah, and I looked over to you at one point, and it was like, come on, man, give me a break.
It was, you know, after about the first hour, maybe. I found it very entertaining. We actually the entire crew here did. You know, Brian, Dave, and everybody here, Shell, loved it.
They don't get that every day.
They don't get that from everybody. You know, these guys all cover the Washington Nationals. FP Santangelo is not rolling out Yellow Submarine.
No, I actually brought that one out today. Yeah.
I think you're onto something. Here's the 2-2 with a runner at first base and lofted foul out of play.
You know how great minds think is Garen was up in the booth doing her hit, and she has on this yellow dress. So right away, as a great songwriter, I just made up Yellow Submarine, and I started singing "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine." Right. So
it came to you. You didn't make it up.
No, it just came to me.
And John Lennon, I think, made it up, but he gets the song credit on that, but you get the performance credit. We got to hear this. Let's listen in.
We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. All right, that's enough. It's Help me get my feet back on the ground. It's awful.
2-2. fly left center field. Jackie Bradley giving chase. He'll run that down in the gap. Beckham had a long at bat. He's retired on the fly to center.
But Jerry, the performance was special. You were into it. It wasn't just singing. It was an entire performance. I give you a 10, Jerry. I thought it was beautiful.
Thank you very much. I'll be entertaining next year on the auto train that goes from Boston to Florida every night from 7 to 9.
The night at the Tropicana with Jerry Remy.
And the little glasses for tips.
Right. Don't be chintzy, folks. Your next stop, Wilmington. I'm looking forward to it. Whole new life for you. Here's Scope. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Tags that one deep to left field. He leaned into it. Back it goes and gone. Jonathan Scope with his 14th home run of the season. His last 2 are the only 2 home runs that have been multi-RBI home runs. Last night and tonight. And he has put the Orioles in front here against Drew Pomeranz.
Well, we talked about keeping the curveball down, and watch where this one is. This one stays up in the zone, and Jonathan Scope, now with an 8-game hitting streak, it just rolls up the home plate in a perfect hitting spot right there for Scope, and he just loses it. He's been a hot hitter for the Orioles.
Hitting .360 in July. After hitting .144 in June. So he's come to life. He's had a strange year because he's more in line with this kind of hitter.
Yes.
Than he was the first couple of months.
Jonathan Scope's a very good player.
So the Orioles in the lead 2-1. Adam Jones walked in the first inning. Ideally, Alex Cora wants to get 5 or 6 innings out of Pomeranz, but we'll see if that becomes possible.
He hasn't had a 1-2-3 inning yet in the ball game.
To the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. He will vacuum it up. Set him down for the second out.
Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC Eck and Steve will break down Drew Pomeranz's start. That last pitch, that's more where he likes the curveball down around that spot, get some ground balls. Certainly not the one he threw to Jonathan Scope.
Now Trumbo's hit a dozen home runs, 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight. He's hit 9 home runs in his last 31 games. So another guy who started out very soft, but has hit the ball a lot harder as of late. So the Orioles have the lead 2-1. Tomorrow night, the finale, David Price against Dylan Bundy at 7:05. And then the Red Sox are headed home. And their first games since before the All-Star break at Fenway Park, the 26th against Minnesota, 4-game series. Then the Phillies come in for 2, and then the Yankees for 4. Trumbo was hurt right off the bat this season, going back to spring training, had a right quad injury. Did not make his season debut until the 1st of May. And yet he has hit 12 home runs. Grew up not far from the Big A in Anaheim, where the Angels play. Deep short. Xander Bogaerts off balance and got it there in time. What a nice looking play from Xander, but a 2-run homer by Scope. moment of the game, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
That's the play here by Xander Bogaerts, running away from first base, just kind of flipping it over in that direction. Nice move by Moreland at the other end. Beautiful play.
Your long-term solution for weight loss and the official weight loss program of the Red Sox. Xander Bogaerts on deck. Mitch Moreland hitting now as a base hit, 1 for 1 tonight, as the Sox are down by a run. Jeffrey Ramirez is seeing him for the second time. They beat him the first time 5-1 in his major league debut earlier this season. That was back on June 13. Two and 1 on Moreland. Casey will be by in a moment with our social drive from the studio, talking about that oppressive heat in Texas. It's been ridiculous there. Aren't you happy that the Red Sox got that Texas trip over real early?
Yeah, it was like going there very, very early in the season. It is brutal down there right about now.
Red Sox were there the first week in May, so really got that one done fast. 2-2 coming. He struck him out. Decent life on that fastball. Time now for our social drive, brought to you by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Here's Casey.
So while the Sox are worried about the rain, looking up at the sky down in Arlington, as you mentioned, the Rangers are bundling up. Seriously, today, the first day in a while that the temp isn't over 100 degrees, 98 the high. And these dorks are clowning around wearing beanies and parkas and warming their hands with their breath. I'm literally sweating looking at this, and that is your Ram social drive.
Wow, 98 degrees is considered cool. The cold front, amazing.
I'd say that weather down there can just wear you down.
Yeah, it's like stepping into a dryer.
Oh, goodness.
Bogaerts struck out first inning. Ramirez showing some pretty decent command. Just missed with a changeup.
He's got a good mix with his strikeouts tonight, fastballs and sliders. Fastball right down the middle there to Bogaerts.
He struck out 6 to this point. He's walked only 1. And 2-1. Flied off the end of the bat right field. Trumbo plenty of time to get there. And 2 down.
Come see the BOS Sox take on the Charlotte Knights this Friday. The first 3,000 fans that arrive at McCoy Stadium will receive a replica Roger Clemens jersey, compliments of Nesson, Dunkin' Donuts, and Supercuts. Go to BOSSox.com for more information.
Jackie Bradley 0 for 1, struck out in the second. Hitting .306 over his last 21 games. A lot of hard hit outs too over that span. Is living at 91, 92. Not going to overwhelm you with the velocity.
No, not at all. Mixes a slider, mixes a changeup.
Can see a little bit of rain beginning to fall now.
It would be wise for the Red Sox to grab a lead in this ball game, because who knows how long it's going to go.
First umbrellas popping up here tonight. Jackie tried to knock one onto Utah Street. That evens the count at 2-2.
That's the changeup we were talking about right there from Ramirez. Pretty good one.
Some of the fans beginning to head for shelter. All filled up. He's walked one man. That was Benintendi in the third. So our friend is going to stay in his section. Although he has some visitors. Tagged to center field. Jones right at him. He's got it. A Red Sox go in order. Franks for all you Sox fans. Pick up Cam Fenway Franks at your grocer today. Cam, together we grill. Now back in Baltimore, it's 2-1 the Orioles on a home run by Jonathan Scope. Red Sox with one on the board on the J.D. Martinez 30th home run of the year. That came first. So Pomeranz to go after Valencia, Mancini, and Davis. That'll be 5, 6, and 7. Hammered, shot into left field for a base hit. Valencia appears to get a pretty good look at him. He is now 4 out of 8.
Yeah, he does a good job against left-handed pitching. He really does, and he's 2 for 2 in this game. This time with the line shot off a fastball from Pomeranz.
So from this point forward, it'll be really fascinating to keep an eye on Alex Cora and Dana Levangie. Tight game. Pomeranz first time back on the hill since May 31. You'd love to get 5 innings, 6 innings out of him if you can, but you're also trying to win the ball game. And to see if he starts to slip here. Last inning, a base hit and a home run. And now a line shot single by Valencia to lead off the 4th. High chop on the infield. Devers will cut it off, flip into second base, and got him there.
Ooh,
he retires Valencia.
I thought he was going to first base with that, and at the last second he decides to go to second base, and they just barely get the out. You see him looking toward first base, but then he goes over here, and they get the force out. So I guess you could call that a heads-up play. But I was stunned when he went to second base because I thought for sure he was going across the diamond.
So Mancini becomes the runner at first. Davis, the batter, 0 for 1, a fly to center. Pretty well hit first time up. And a block by Blake Swihart. Ball 1. Davis, even for him, striking out at a pretty extraordinary rate this year. Pomeranz with a 1-0 and a good breaking ball. Sox 6 games up on the Yankees, their largest lead in the American League East since they were 6 up on Toronto at the end of play September 26 of 16. High twisting fly. Benintendi in a bit. 2 down.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC Eck and Steve will break down key plays of the game. And you'll hear from Drew Pomerantz and Alex Cora. Who but WB Mason celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery.
You know, we did the green room hit with Dennis Eckersley last night. And they had just had a pizza delivered to the green room. And I referenced it while we were chatting with Eck, but he didn't go anywhere near it. My understanding is the moment he was off camera, he devoured that pizza. Within seconds, it was gone, or most of it. That's a rumor. Whenever we go back to the studio late in the game after they've had a pizza delivery, TC likes to sit it right up there, you know, in camera view, and just tease us like crazy because they get delivery and we don't. Fouled away, got a piece of that. Nunez struck out second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Mancini on with 2 away. Right through that one. His 17-win season last year, that pitch was such a money pitch. And he could throw it at several different speeds. Many different areas of the strike zone. And he got a lot of strikeouts with it.
A couple of times now he's gone with the curveball down, and last time he struck him out with a fastball up after a few of those low curveballs. See if he tries it again or just stays with the breaking ball. Got him to chase a high fastball last time for a strikeout. He's had some not really good looking swings against that breaking ball, that's for sure.
Renato Nunez just recently up from AAA. 1-2. That sailed wide. Nunez called up from Norfolk on July 20. He had been waived by the Texas Rangers earlier this summer. 2-2 on the way. Popped up. Marlin backing up, and he's got it. That'll retire the side, so nothing comes of the base hit. 2-1 Baltimore. Time to check out the upcoming schedule, brought to you by your local Buick dealer. One more night here in Baltimore tomorrow, and then the Red Sox home for an extended stretch against Minnesota, Philly, and the Yankees. Fifth inning, it'll be Nunez, Devers, Swihart against Ramirez, who's been pretty impressive. He allowed that first inning home run, a bullet by J.D. Martinez, solo shot. Not much since then. Pitched very confidently. Youngster from the Dominican Republic. Nunez had a notion, did not swing.
Yeah, it does look like he's throwing with a lot more confidence tonight, and obviously his major league debut, which he had against the Red Sox. You can imagine the nerves that night.
Nunez lasted 4 1/3 when he faced the Red Sox on the 13th of June. That'll be a strike. Gave up 3 earned runs. He did strike out 6. But he has been better so far tonight. Already 6 Ks in the book. He's walked 1. Fly ball left field. Mancini backs up a bit. He's got that for out number 1. We were talking about the green room earlier, and the guys are gathering and getting a little work done. I guess that's what work looks like. Had some more takeout, apparently. A report coming up from the green room. At Nesson. Devers 0 for 1. He's fly to center. And again, a very fine mist continuing to fall here in Baltimore, but skies have never opened up. Even with that, most folks have put away their umbrellas. That goes sailing all the way to the backstop.
Yeah, that one just a little bit outside. Good thing it was in that direction.
That slipped. 1-2 coming. Roll over. The first baseman Davis will feed the pitcher. Ramirez gets there plenty of time. 2 away so far tonight. He's made it look pretty easy.
Certainly has, not the exception of the home run where he made a mistake on J.D. Martinez, and Martinez took advantage of it. He's been very stingy with the Red Sox. One other hit, Mitch Moreland.
Sox have a total of 3 base runners so far against Jeffrey Ramirez. Blake Swihart 0 for 1, struck out in the 3rd inning. Mookie Betts hoping to hit in this inning. He's on deck. David Price tomorrow night. He'll go in with an 11-6 record against right-hander Dylan Bundy, who is 6-9, to put a wrap on the series. But the matter at hand is tonight. Red Sox are trailing by a run. There's a high fly ball, deep right field, back. And that one is going to be off the wall. It is gone. Home run. Home run for Blake Swihart, and he has tied the ball game. Off the top of that wall, over the line, and the Red Sox are even at 2.
Oh, did Swihart ever get around on an inside fastball that time?
His first home run in a while.
Watch the location of this pitch. It's supposed to be away. It stays out over the middle of the plate, and he just absolutely turns it around.
So Betts trying to go back-to-back. Red Sox with a couple of solo home runs tonight. JD Martinez hit the first in the first. 7-game hitting streak for Blake.
Now both have come on mistakes in location too. They want that pitch away. It stays middle in, and Swihart hits the home run. It was a mistake also to Martinez. Well, Mookie didn't like that.
No.
Fastball up and in over the head. Second time tonight he's coming close to Betts, and Mookie kind of looks out and goes, what's going on?
Made a gesture with that left hand too.
Yeah.
Raining a little bit harder now, as the Sox have tied it at 2 apiece. There's a high fly ball. That's deep to left through the raindrops. She is gone.
That's what's going on.
Oh, you don't do that to Mookie Betts, because he'll do that to you. His 24th home run. The Sox go back-to-back and have the lead 3-2. It's the 4th time this season the Red Sox have gone back-to-back.
That was a changeup too that time. Now here's the pitch that came close to Betts, the up over his head. And Mookie looks out, puts out his hand like, what are you doing, man? Next pitch, a changeup that just stays right there in a hitting zone, and Betts loses it. Oh, you gotta love that stuff.
Well, he's had some moments this season, hasn't he?
Yes.
Jackie delighted with his pal's power there, but that's classic stuff. To go from that previous pitch, very next pitch, gone.
Well, there were a couple in this game that were up close to Mookie. Now, I don't think either one of them were really intentional, but the fact is, you know, you throw up around the head like that, hitter naturally reacts to it.
As the rain continues to come down a little bit harder now, so important to have that lead.
Yes, you're exactly right. Get through 5 innings.
As the visiting team, Red Sox would have to get through 5 complete. As Mike Wright gets going in the bullpen, Benintendi trying to make it 3 in a row. He has struck out and taken ball 4. And now really the rain an issue for the first time tonight. Pops that one up a mile in the air to center. Underneath Jones to put that away, but the Red Sox go back-to-back. Swihart and Betts, and the Red Sox are in front. So he's working into his 5th inning, and he has the lead. Red Sox supplying the power. Back-to-back home runs by Blake Swihart and Mookie Betts. So the Sox are leading at 3-2. The left-hander's first start in a long time. It's the 9-1-2 batters here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Red Sox trying to make another series win. They can do that with a victory here tonight. Which would be the Red Sox 24th series win. Should they get it, and that'll miss for a ball on Caleb Joseph, who singled and scored his first time. Left-handers 3-0. Walked one man in the first inning. That was Adam Jones. Gave up a 2-run homer to Jonathan Scope in the 3rd. 3-1.
Yeah, right now Pomeranz looking for a clean inning, his first of the night.
No activity in the Red Sox bullpen. He is at 71 pitches as to this one. Trying to finish him off here with a 3-2. Walks him instead. So the leadoff man is aboard in the 5th inning. Certainly not what he wanted to do after having just been handed the lead. But watch the Red Sox take on the Orioles during a free watch party at Boston Common. Part of the 5th annual Out of the Park presented by Highland Street Foundation, City of Boston, LL Bean, and the Boston Red Sox. It's a completely free event on Sunday, August 12th, including food, family activities, of course, the Red Sox on a big screen in the Common. For more information, go to redsox.com/out of the park. Beckham with a couple of flies to center. He's 0 for 2. Just a .213 hitter with 3 home runs. One strike pitch. Beckham's been pretty tough against lefties, hitting around 290 off them. Just 194 against right-handers. Buck Showalter's leadoff man. And the 0-2. Are you really fascinated as to how a team that is 28-73 has not made any significant changes to their hierarchy?
Yeah, we all kind of speculated that last time we played the Baltimore Orioles. When is something going to happen? You almost suspected the shoe drop on maybe Buck, on Dan Duquette. Who knows? But that hasn't happened yet.
So if it hasn't happened yet,
that's the question. When is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
I don't think it is.
You don't think it is at all at the end of the season?
At the end of the year, yeah, but not during the season.
Yeah, probably
I think
not
they're going to
during
stick
the
with
season.
it.
Yeah.
I don't think that the organization is really fond of paying managers, general managers, front office people not to be working. And Dan Duquette's got a lot of work to do. He's already made the trade on Machado. There are all sorts of rumors circulating tonight about Zach Britton and where he may wind up very soon as Hembree begins to work in the bullpen for the Sox. Pitch count up to 77 with this one now from Pomeranz.
I was thinking between innings, and I was wondering if Cora would get somebody up in that bullpen. I mean, the rain has started here. You got a 3-2 lead. You don't know how long this ball game's going to go right now. You really don't. And that bullpen's got to be ready just in case. I mean, it could go 9 innings. It could be over in 6. You just don't know.
Well, he's walked the leadoff man in the inning. Now the 2-2 to Beckham. That squirts underneath Swihart. The runner's going to advance as Joseph will move up 90 feet. That'll be a wild pitch. So that's the tying run down there at second. Nobody out. And the left-hander with a 3-2. High fly ball driven deep into left center. On the run is Benintendi, and it's out of the ballpark. Beckham strikes for just the 4th time this year, a 2-run homer, and Baltimore has the lead again.
Now, just what we're afraid of right there. The Orioles coming back. Another hanging breaking ball. It's been 2 of them tonight, and both have gone out of the ballpark. The one to Beckham right there, one earlier to Scope.
And 4-3 Orioles. So walk and a 2-run homer, and that's it for the Red Sox lead. Scope hit the first one, 2-run blast in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Tried to check his swing, and he did. Ground ball rattled foul off third base, collected by Devers. Adam Jones on deck. So Baltimore with 4 runs, 5 hits. A couple of walks as well, issued by Pomerantz. And puts him away with an elevated heater to strike out Scope. Mika Insurance, great service, great coverage, a great price for auto, home, and life insurance.
Now we talked about low curveballs and high fastballs, and that time the high fastball got Scope. Last time it was the hanging curveball that he took out of the ballpark.
Now the rain coming down, a little bit more force. Jones will be the batter, a walk and a tapper to short. He is 0 for 1. Jones may be nearing the end of his run with the Orioles. His name comes up quite a bit.
This is not good right now.
Two balls and 1 strike. Well, the walk leading off the inning did Pomerantz no favors. After the Red Sox had taken the lead on the back-to-back homers. Liner on 1 hop. Bogarts will collect. 2 down. And Trumbo will dig in next. He's gone 0 for 2.
Tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, we'll have a full recap of tonight's Sox game, plus highlights and reaction from Patriots training camp in Foxborough. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
Trumbo has bounced out to short and whiffed tonight. Well, he's still here.
He's under the cover too, so he's all right.
He actually moved over, you're right, to get under the overhang. Hot shot, sliding stab. Devers up and throwing, and pulled him off the bag, so he's not going to get him. Trumbo will be on with a base hit.
And that's simply a case right there of picking up a wet baseball and trying to throw it to first base accurately. We'll see how they score that. Goes to the backhand, to the dive, gets up, ball wet, makes the throw, pulls ball off the bag. Might go as a base hit.
I'd bet a base hit. And it will be Valencia will be in next. So Trumbo is 1 for 3. And here comes Cora. So Red Sox manager coming out with 2 out in the 5th inning, 2 runs in, and takes the ball from Drew Pomeranz. He is done. Thornburg is going to be brought in here. So he'll be the first man out of the pen tonight. Tyler on Sunday used only 7 pitches to toss a perfect 9th inning after he gave up 3 runs and a home run against Detroit the day before. So Red Sox believe they found something in his mechanics, something correctable. More work to be done though for Drew Pomeranz.
Now basically what did Pomeranz in the ball game tonight with 2 hanging curveballs really that both went for home runs.
Yeah, the home runs by Jonathan Scope in the 3rd and Tim Beckham earlier in this inning.
Back in the 1st inning, it was J.D. Martinez with the home run going to the opposite field. Then in the 5th inning, Swihart with a home run. And then Mookie Betts, after a fastball up around his head, takes a changeup. The next pitch out of the ballpark. But in the bottom of the inning, the Orioles strike back.
Rain coming down a little bit heavier now.
This is why I brought up the point, about having somebody in the bullpen just in case, because I mean, we just don't know what the situation's good. This may not end up being a 9-inning ball game, and the Red Sox took the lead. They put Pomeranz back out there with nobody loosening behind him, and before you know it, the Orioles have the lead back again with the rain coming down harder.
Thornburg coming on with a runner at first base, 2 gone, 2 big runs in, obviously. Valencia has gone 2 for 2. And the right-hander's 1-0. Good breaking ball. Tyler, 29 years old, out of Houston, Texas. Coming up through the Milwaukee organization. Signed by Milwaukee as a 3rd-round draft pick in 2010. And would become a very, very important relief pitcher for the Brewers. Here's the 1-2. Yankees are leading Tampa Bay 7th inning 2-0.
This rain really starting to come down now.
Grounds crew is not gathering near the tarp just yet. Did he offer? No. Three and two.
Take a look from the side. Did he go or not? I think he did.
Trumbo getting a short lead, but he's running and fouled back out of play. You can hear those raindrops pelting the area around our microphones down there. Payoff pitch now from Tyler Thornburg. Runner taken off, and he snaps in a dandy of a curveball to end the inning, but Baltimore has the lead 4-3. Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union, what can DCU save you? Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees, that's transparency. And by exciting games, tasty dining, great live shows, enjoy it all at Plain Ridge Park Casino. Rain continues to fall. The showers here in Baltimore. The Orioles leading 4-3 going to the 6th inning. New pitcher on now is Mike Wright Jr. with a 4.75 ERA. Occasionally a starter. Getting JD Martinez, who's hit one of the 3 Red Sox home runs tonight, but they only have 4 hits. 3 of them have been over the fence.
I'll tell you, if this continues the way it is right now, they cannot play through this much longer.
Grounds crew has now gathered on the other side of the tarp down the right field line. So they are poised.
Puddles are starting to form on the infield.
Boy, this is just a matter of time.
Yep.
Be honest with you, I'm not sure what they're waiting on.
This might be the last pitch. They got to call time now and bring it out.
So rain delay. Frankly, we had been expecting that all day long. This rain may have arrived a little later than anticipated. But another rain delay here in Baltimore. We had 2 of them, pretty short ones last night. Red Sox would go on to win the ball game, but now trailing this one 4-3 after home runs. 2 of them off of Drew Pomerantz, and a big one by Tim Beckham, 2-run shot in the 5th inning right after Pomerantz had walked a man. So for Alex Cora, I mean, if this game winds up not being continued and the Red Sox wind up losing the ball game, I think he's going to really look back at that decision in the 5th inning.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, my opinion was with the way the forecast is, the way things were developing. You know, the fact is that when you had the lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning, I thought possibly the bullpen would be up at that point just in case, you know, something happened quickly, and it did.
So they are covering the field in Baltimore. The rain showers continue to fall. You got to look at the Boston 25 radar there for the Baltimore area. Plenty of shower activity. We knew that was headed this way, and it has finally arrived. Zach Britton has been the focus of a lot of rumors swirling around tonight about which team may wind up with him. So you have to wonder, is he coming out of that bullpen here at Camden Yards for the last time as a member of the Orioles? Top of the 6th inning, and the Orioles with a 4-3 lead over the Red Sox. Time for us to toss it back to the studio to TC and the guys. Tom? as Martinez will resume his at bat, and then Moreland and Bogarts. Now home runs tonight by J.D. Mookie Betts and by Blake Swihart, trailing by 1. And here comes Martinez back to continue the at bat. So set to resume in Baltimore. Some of the diehards have left. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on J.D. as he checks on that with Brian Onora. And ready to get back at it. 1-2, and he struck him out swinging. So J.D. Martinez fans 1 away in the Red Sox 6th inning. After the game, stay tuned for Red Sox Final presented by Rodenheiser Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electric. With TC, Eck, and Steve in the pregame, they highlighted on the Rodenheiser Heat Zone. Andrew Benintendi hot entering the game. Mark Trumbull pretty cold. Here's how they're doing so far tonight. Rain delay took 27 minutes. Moreland with a base hit and a strikeout tonight, 1 for 2. So this one now into the hands of the bullpens. Here's the 1-0. Flied into left field, not very deep. Mancini coming in a bit. 2 away for the Red Sox in the 6th. Tomorrow evening, the finale of this one at 7:05. David Price and Dylan Bundy will go toe-to-toe. I don't think Zach Britton's out there. He is not. We talked about it before the rain delay, the trade rumors that are swirling around him. And the guys in the studio were talking about it as well. Bogarts has struck out and flied to right. And the 0-2. So yeah, John Heyman, who has great sources, he's a terrific reporter, and MLB Network are reporting Zach Britton to the Yankees. That deal is done.
It's done, so he is not in the bullpen right now, and what a change of scenery that is in a rain delay.
Yankees are playing down in Tampa. Tampa St. Pete. They've got a 3-0 lead in the 8th inning against the Rays. Here's the 1-2 to Xander. Foul tipped into the mitt and held by Joseph. In the end, the Red Sox go in order. classic flavors you love, like original lemonade and strawberry. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. It's a limited time offer. About 13,000 on hand tonight. 13,342. Red Sox are trailing 4-3 to the bottom of the 6th inning. Joe Kelly will make an appearance out of the bullpen. Joe tossed a scoreless 8th inning in Sunday's win at Detroit. Trying to get back in the groove he was in the first couple of months of the season. The charge by Devers on the run got him to retire Mancini. Very smooth play by the youngster. One away.
One pitch, one out for Joe Kelly here in the 6th inning. Devers making a pretty nice play right there, charging the ball, and this time the good accurate throw to first base to record the out. Takes about 4 or 5 steps before releasing that baseball, but had plenty of time to do so with Mancini going down the line.
Kelly to take on Chris Davis, who's flied out twice, once to center, once to left. Well, Britton is back. He's found his way back out there to the bullpen. And a foul tip into the mitt held by Swihart. 1 ball and 1 strike. It would appear that not all of the details are done. Nunez on deck. Ball's been carrying tonight. A couple of home runs for the Orioles. Red Sox have hit 3.
Yeah, home runs have been the story of this game tonight.
Davis has been all about big flies throughout his career. Has the count his way now, 3-1. .63, about 245. Last year he hit 26. Year before that 38. Season before that 47. 2013 he hit 53.
Yeah, in those years there, that 3-1 fastball he'd have been in front of, not behind.
Full count on Chris Davis. And he walked him. Went upstairs in 97, but he passed on him. So base runner for the Orioles, 1 away, and Renato Nunez.
Yeah, very rarely does he let one of those pass. Those are pitches he generally swings at, but that time taking it for ball 4. Again, they wanted to go a little bit high in the strike zone, and that time he lays off. Not a bad pitch. Right at the top of the strike zone, but not going Kelly's way.
And you're absolutely right about Davis typically swinging at that pitch because he has struck out 122 times. He's also been a guy who will take a walk, though. Nunez has whiffed and popped up. He's 0 for 2. Runner goes. Big jump. Here's the throw by Swihart. Off the glove, and he's going to be safe. Davis down to second with a theft. It's not something he does very often.
Total surprise right there with Davis taking off at second base. Picks up his 2nd steal of the season. Kind of a slow move by Joe Kelly. The hitter just gets out of the way because he knows Davis has a good jump. He was off and running. Small lead and just walking towards second base. So the Orioles get a man in scoring position. And of all people, Chris Davis and his speed.
2nd stolen base of the year. So 2-0 on Nunez, the number 8 hitter. Flies that one out of play. Sox have been dominating the Orioles for quite a while. They've won 13 of the last 14 head-to-head with Baltimore, 10 out of 11 this year. They've won each of their last 9 here at Camden Yards. Second longest win streak by any visitor to this ballpark. Only the Red Sox between 99 and 2000 won more consecutive games here. That was 10 in a row. So 3-1 count on Nunez. Caleb Joseph on deck. Orioles with a 1-run lead. Chris Davis at second. And a 3-1.
That was challenge time right there. 98 miles an hour right by him.
Kelly eyes a strikeout here. And the 3-2 pitch from the hard throwing righty. Popped up. Is it playable? Swihart looking for room, but that's over the top of the dugout.
Yeah, really not a lot of room in foul territory here in Baltimore. From the baselines to the dugouts. Or behind home plate.
Made for the offense. And for a long time they were a prodigious offensive team. With some of these same guys in the lineup tonight, like Jones and Davis, Jonathan Scope. They'll do it again on 3-2. Jumps back out of the way and he walked him. Second walk in a row by Joe Kelly. Time now to check out the results of our Dunkin' Donuts poll question. Do you like that the trade deadline is on July 31? 57% of you do. You said you'd like it a little later.
I think I'd prefer it a little bit later with the wild card team. Some teams stay in that race a little bit longer and gives you a little bit more time to make a deal. But the fans vote, and the fans want it to stay the same.
First and second for Joseph, a single and a walk for him. He has scored each time. Kind of a lazy cut there by Joseph, an unsure swing.
Yeah, not sure about that curveball at all from Joe Kelly.
Well, he walked Chris Davis. He stole second. He walked Renato Nunez. Gets in front on Caleb Joseph. Tim Beckham, who has homered in this one, is on deck.
That time he takes a much better curveball. At least it was in a better location than the one he swung at.
Kelly trying to put him away. Got a piece of it on the check swing. One-two to Joseph. Ground ball up the middle. Sliding stab by Bogaerts. He's going to have to stick it in his back pocket. That's going to load up the bases. It'll be an infield hit for Caleb Joseph.
At least by sliding and making that play for Bogaerts, he does save a run. He had no other option, no other plays to make, but by diving and saving a ball from going up in center field, he does save a run. So the bases are loaded, but a run has not come across yet. Infielders are told, you man at second base, get that uniform dirty. You got to dive, knock the ball down somehow.
Who's a guy looking back that you credit with having the most influence on you as an infielder, as a defender?
That's a great question. I'd have to say the guy that I worked with as a shortstop, Rick Burleson. I mean, he was, he was tough on you. He was, he made you do the things the right way.
Well, trouble here for Kelly. All loaded up, one down. Beckham has belted a 2-run homer tonight. It came in the 5th inning and put them in front by the lead they have right now, 4-3. It came off of Drew Pomeranz, who surrendered a pair of 2-run homers in his return to the rotation. We've already had one rain delay tonight. Only 27 minutes in length. 1-0. Hector Velasquez loosening up in the Red Sox bullpen. Hector 6-0 with a 2.61 ERA. Kelly trying to survive the 1-1. Right past him at 99.
Kelly needs a strikeout right here, real bad.
Picks one out, working with Blake Swihart tonight. A man at every base.
Had a good pitch there to get one, but a good job by Beckham to foul it off. Fastball up and in. Top of the strike zone inside, and he just does get a piece of it to foul it off.
Yankees up 9th inning, 4-0 on Tampa Bay. You missed it. They put Gary Sanchez on the disabled list again. Runners leading at first, second, and third. Ground ball and foul. Davis leaping out of the way. He was in foul territory. And what has gotten into the Pittsburgh Pirates? They have won 10 in a row. They have a 9-3 lead on Cleveland tonight, so they're going to make it 11 straight. They're now 52-49. They're in the wild card race now.
Yep.
Came out of nowhere. Kelly sets for a 1-2. No place to put him with Davis at third, Nunez at second, Caleb Joseph at first. Kelly needs a strikeout. fouled away again. Beckham barely hanging in there.
Yeah, second time he's gone up and in on him. Thinking about that, a possible strikeout up there with the fastball, but Beckham's been able to foul both pitches off. Pitch number 7 right here. Again, up and in looking for the swing and miss.
Kelly's 1-2. All even on the block by Swihart.
Nice job by Swihart to save a run right there. Curveball I got away from Kelly, and Swihart slides over, blocks it, keeps it right around home plate. Catchers practice that every single day.
Long at bat here. Here comes the 9th pitch. Bases are loaded with 1 down. And it's going to keep on going. Very pesky Tim Beckham. Jonathan Schoop on deck, trying to stay limbered up. Here's the 2-2. He's running full. Longest battle of the night here. It will go at least 11 pitches. They lead at first, second, and third. High fly right field, driving back Mookie Betts all the way to the edge of the warning track. He's got it, tagging up Davis. He is in to score. That'll make it 5-3. Beckham picking up his 3rd RBI of the ball game to chase in Davis.
That's a good at bat by Beckham right there. It really is. Bases loaded. He stayed away from a strikeout. He had a couple of tough pitches to foul off, and he eventually ends up with the sacrifice fly deep to right field.
Nunez hustling from second to third, 2 down. They're on the corners. For Jonathan Schoop was blistered a 2-run homer tonight. He's 1 for 3. 5-3 Baltimore. So one of the 2 walks by Kelly in the inning has now come in to score. And a 1-0 from Joe Kelly. And a base hit punch to right. That'll bring in another run. Nunez will touch home plate. So both of the walks have now scored. Schoop's had a really nice night with 3 RBIs. Cora is coming out. So it has been very difficult for Joe Kelly to find his way back to his early season form, hasn't it?
Certainly has been, and you keep waiting for it to happen, but it's just not happened to this point.
So in the inning, 2 walks. Will be brought in to try and restore some order here and keep the Orioles at bay. We'll take the break as well and return with more in Baltimore in just a moment. Local New England Ford dealers, Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. Nissan, shop choosenissan.com. And by Spartan Race, use promo code NESSON for 30% off at Spartan.com. Well, the Orioles now leading at 6-3 here in Baltimore. Joe Kelly coming on with difficulty and gives the baseball to Hector Velasquez, his 30th appearance. An impressive 6-0 record with a 2.61 ERA. He'll take on the Orioles with runners at first and second. Adam Jones will be the batter. Jones has walked, grounded out again. There are 2 away. We're in the 6th inning. Little blooper down the right field line. That's going to drop in. Another run in to score. Joseph touching home. Scope down to third. RBI by Jones. They open it up to 7-3 now. Not hit hard, but in the right place, and he has a 5-game hitting streak.
Yeah, little inside-out swing that time by Adam Jones. Fastball running back inside. He gets his hands inside the baseball and slices it off the right field. And things have not gone well for the Red Sox since returning after the rain delay.
Orioles have scored 3 times in this 6th inning. So far, Trumbo the batter, 1 for 3 an infield single. So it is 7 runs on 9 hits for Baltimore, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Red Sox. Neither side has made an error. Shot to center. Jackie Bradley will make the catch to retire the side. But 3 runs in, 7-3 Orioles. Let's get weekly stats, roster updates, and more. RBI Baseball is available right now. Learn more at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. A couple of changes here for Buck Showalter. He's going to put Joey Rickard in the game in right field and bring on a new pitcher. That'll be Paul Fry, left-hander, who tossed the season high 2 1/3, struck out 4 men back on July 6th against Minnesota. And his contract brought up just a few days before that from AAA Norfolk to make his major league debut that night against Seattle. Jackie Bradley, first man in against him here in the 7th inning, as the Sox are trailing 7-3. Jackie tonight, a strikeout and a liner into center that was caught. Nunez on deck. Devers after him. Red Sox with ground to make up here this evening. One from Fry will miss up top. Tomorrow night, 7:05, David Price against Dylan Bundy. Sox only have 4 more road trips the rest of the way in the regular season. Yankees have won. They shut out Tampa Bay 4-0. And reports are they have agreed to terms to trade Zach Britton, the Orioles, to the Yankees. Although he remains here as of this moment. Here's the 2-2. He struck him out swinging. Jackie Fanning for the 2nd time tonight. 1 away.
Well, that fastball slider mix right there for the strikeout. Well, do you want Bruins Fan Fest to visit your hometown? Tell us why using hashtag Bruins Tour on Twitter or Instagram for your chance to win the Bruins Fan Fest contest and bring the Bruins to your hometown.
Nunez tonight 0 for 2. He has grounded to second and flied out. Little number back toward Fry, and the left-hander will put him away. 2 up and 2 down. Nunez very fond of that first pitch. He likes it. He's swinging. Now Rafael Devers has flied out and grounded out tonight. 238, 14 home runs. Sox have been out hit 9-4, and yet 3 of the Red Sox 4 hits are homers. Red Sox 71 wins coming into play tonight, their most ever through 102 games. Previous high was 70 in 1946. Record of 71 and 31. Sox are right now season high 40 games over 500. That's their most over 500 since 1949. They have not been 41 games over since the end of play in September 1946. Trailing here tonight 7-3 in Baltimore. Devers will watch that one dip downstairs. And a promising count of 3-1. Blake Swihart on deck. He's belted a home run in this one.
Boy, again, look at the pitches on the Amica pitch zones of Devers. Everything away from him to this point from the lefty. Lefty against lefty, stands in the outside part of the plate. Both with fastballs and sliders.
Rafael with 24 career home runs. He's passed Bobby Doerr for the 3rd most by Red Sox hitter before his 22nd birthday since 1908. Men in front of him are Tony Conigliaro and, of course, Ted Williams, the 3-2. Shot into left center field for a base hit. Mancini scoops it, goes down a little bit. Devers back to first base. And he is on with a 2-out single.
Good job by Devers. You know, he got a lot of pitches away. Then he finally got a couple that were a little bit in tighter. One was high, and then this one was pretty much out over the plate. And he's able to slap the ball to the opposite field for the base hit. Ball hits the wet grass, skips a little bit, but Mancini's able to cover the ground. He slips. Devers wisely holds up at first base.
Only the 5th hit for Boston so far tonight. Here's Swihart. He has one of them with a home run in the 5th inning. He and Mookie Betts went back to back to put the Red Sox in front, but it didn't last long. Orioles got a pair of runs themselves in the 5th inning, 3 more in the 6th inning. They have opened up a 7-3 advantage. Two men out. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. They get Michael Gibbons going. Fry jammed him there. Nunez into scoop and fire a little bit high, but he came down on the bag in time to get the out. 1 hit, 1 man left for the Red Sox. Subaru has said love is now bigger than ever this summer. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by KM, Together We Grill. Oriole Park, Camden Yards, Baltimore, and the Orioles having a good night. They haven't had many of these. They have a 7-3 lead on the Red Sox. Only beaten the Red Sox once in 11 games this year, which was also a Drew Pomeranz start. Valencia to lead things off here in the last of the 7th inning against Hector Velasquez. Looks like he's going to get him on 1 pitch. Popped up. Xander Bogaerts beneath. 1 away. The Lexus Strikeout Hunger program is underway. The Greater Boston Food Bank and Lexus are teaming up with the Red Sox to end hunger across eastern Massachusetts. To find out how you can donate and become eligible for a VIP Fenway experience, make sure you visit Nesson.com/Lexus for more information. Quick out Mancini, the batter. 0 for 3 tonight. Righty with a 2-0 pitch, and he'll miss with that. Sinker at 89 to make it 3-0. Hey, our friend continues to gut it out.
Yeah, he moved to seat number 11, it looks like, and that's been better luck for the Orioles.
3-1.
Now that's a fan right there.
And now, instead of just one section all to himself, he has several.
Yes, he does.
We were betting tonight he just wanted to be alone tonight, taking a ball game by himself. He didn't want to have people chattering on his left, chattering on his right. Wanted to be completely alone, and he has ample opportunity to do that here.
Plus, I don't imagine the concessions in that area are very busy tonight, so no waiting in line.
He's got his own personal concessionaire. 3-2. And that's going to miss for ball 4. So Mancini will be on with 1 down. They're going to run for him. CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives. You can learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first. Jace Peterson will be in to run now for Mancini. Chris Davis will be the batter. He stole a base for just the 2nd time this year, and scored a run when they got 3 runs in the 6th inning. Cracks a high fly ball, but it won't carry very deep. Benintendi with the catch. 2 gone. Renato Nunez will dig in next. When we go to the 8th inning, the Sox will have the top of the order up. Betts, Benintendi, Martinez. Both Mookie Betts and J.D. Martinez have blasted home runs tonight. Blake Swihart has also hit 1. And that's the scoring for the Red Sox. 3 solo home runs. Nunez with a base runner at first has struck out, popped up, and taken ball 4. Those walks were very costly in the 6th inning. Davis walked and scored. Nunez walked and scored. And Velasquez with a 1-0. Runner at first breaks. It's a strike. Here's the throw right on target, and he will get him. Peterson just brought into the ballgame, cut down by Blake Swihart right on the money for out number 3. To you by Xfinity. Drew Pomeranz lasted 4 2/3 tonight. Gave up 4 earned runs. He is the pitcher of record. Scope 2 for 4 with a home run. Beckham has also blasted a home run, as have Mookie Betts, Blake Swihart, and JD Martinez. Chase Peterson will remain in the game, play left. On to the 8th inning. Fry, the lefty, still out there against Mookie Betts. Mookie with a home run, a strikeout, a fly out, 1 for 3. Benintendi on deck, and then Martinez.
Now back in the 5th inning, a pitch up over the head of Mookie Betts. Next pitch, a changeup up over the head of everybody in the outfield and the stands.
Mookie Betts with a base hit into right. His second hit, so a multi-hit game for the Red Sox leadoff man. This one begins the 8th inning. We'll see if it starts something for the Red Sox offense. Benintendi will climb in next. Benintendi tonight, a strikeout, a walk, a fly to center. Still hitting over 300. And the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball snapped in there for a strike.
Going back-to-back sliders that time from Fry.
Reports are tonight the Yankees have agreed to a deal to acquire all-star reliever Zach Britton from the Orioles for 3 minor league pitchers. The deal has not been finalized. Reportedly would send right-handed starter Dylan Tate, left-handed starter Josh Rogers, and right-hand reliever Cody Carroll to Baltimore. Obviously, it is not all completed because he remains right here. That one shot foul off third. Mookie beginning the inning with a base hit, leads away from first. Sox trying to string some hits together. That's been difficult tonight. Two and two to count on Benintendi. His last 11 games, he's hitting over 500, 512. Ground ball this time on the infield to go to second base to get the out there on Mookie Betts. That's all they get. Fielder's choice erases Mookie. Benintendi the runner at first base. Here comes Buck Showalter. Get expert emergency care without leaving the ballpark at Fenway at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. The first aid station is behind section 12 on the lower concourse. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. So Gibbons is coming on, with JD Martinez coming up. That has a chance to be quite entertaining. JD belting a home run in the first inning. Since then he has popped to short and struck out. And over the Red Sox, one of the big themes of the success of the season has been the grand slam. They've hit 9 of them. Got a package of those for your viewing entertainment while Gibbons warms up. So the count is full, so are the bases. High fly ball left field, way out of here. A grand slam for the X-Man. Dead away center. Gardner back, turning around. Oh, he did it! He knocked it out of here for a granny. There's a high fly ball right field. Piscotty back, turning around. Gone! Grand slam! High fly ball, he jumped all over it. Down the left field line, into the corner. See you later! It's a grand slam! Wow!
I'm telling you, it's time to party!
And of course, there was one more on top of that, and that was Xander Bogaerts with his walk-off grand slam right before the All-Star break. Here's J.D. Martinez now. Home run, a pop-up, a strikeout tonight as Gibbons comes out of their bullpen. So he's reached 30 home runs and 83 RBI on the 24th of July. Slam toward third, off the line, foul.
Been a lot of action down that third baseline tonight, but in foul territory. Ball person down the third base line has been very busy tonight.
Gibbons coming in 0-6 with a .450 earned run average. He brings the 0-2. High fly ball right field. That's deep as well. Carrying, gone! J.D. Martinez with a multi-home run ball game. And the Red Sox are back in the contest with a 2-run shot. The Red Sox have hit 4 home runs tonight. That's the first that wasn't a solo.
Now, this ballpark is absolutely made for J.D. Martinez. You get that short porch out there in right field. He loves to go to right field. He has done it twice tonight. He takes a fastball that's on the inside part of the plate, inside outs the baseball, and takes it out of the ballpark for his second home run of the night. 31 now on the season.
And 85 driven in.
And the Red Sox back in the game.
Well, they've been looking for that jolt of life here and just got it. So strong the other way. Moreland is 1 for 3. 7-5 Baltimore. But the Red Sox closing the gap with power. Hard hit but foul. So home runs by Martinez twice, Mookie Betts and Blake Swihart. This is the first one with men on base.
And both were hit well to the opposite field. I thought that one better than the first one.
That one went 389 feet. Three and one. Bogaerts on deck. Nice count here from Mitch. Got a good pitch to hit too, and he fouled it away.
Yeah, a little bit late on that 96-mile-an-hour fastball that time.
And the 3-2 coming. He struck him out. 2 gone. Next Tuesday is Bogarts Splash Bobblehead Night at Fenway. The first 10,000 fans receive a Bogarts bobblehead, the second in a series of 3 splash bobbles this season, presented by Coca-Cola. Tickets and more information, go to redsox.com/promos. Xander's gone 0 for 3, a couple of Ks and a fly out tonight, and another fly ball. This one right at Jones practically to retire the side, but JD Martinez strikes for the second time tonight.
Ball is gone. That's how it's done. The Red Sox walk it off.
The summer of slams continues at Fenway. Twins Red Sox. The 4-game series begins Thursday at 6 on Nesson. Brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers.
Around here, we North Shore, we South Shore, we Kankamagus, and we Clam Shack. Around here, we don't just do a little summer, we go all out. Around
game, and Velasquez now in a 2-run contest as the Orioles come up to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're on top 7-5. Renato Nunez will be the first man up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Then the number 9 hitter, and then the leadoff man Beckham. So Velasquez must hold. Yankees did win. They beat Tampa Bay 4-0 in a game that seemingly was over a long time ago. Popped up, twisting down the line. Moreland giving chase and lunges, and he gets to it. He made the play.
Well,
Then took a little seat on the tarp.
what a play by Mitch Moreland. I mean, that ball's tailing toward the top down there, which we've seen plenty of in this series, and he's never loses concentration on the baseball, and then once he makes the catch, he can back up into the top. That's incredible attention paid to detail right there by Mitch Moreland. A lot of obstacles over there he had to overcome.
And applause from the pitcher. Velasquez deals a strike on Joseph, who has a couple of hits and a walk, and every time he's been on base, he scored a run. So the Sox will have due up in the 9th inning. Bradley, Nunez, Devers. They've had Brock throwing in the bullpen. We've talked a lot about Zach Britton tonight. That went in tight for a ball. Remaining with the ball club for now, even though there are all sorts of reports he's been traded. Bases empty and a 2-1.
Well, you'd have to think that he has been, because he'd be up in this situation right now.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's a done deal. It's might be a question of medicals or a physical, something like that. Weekly hit scooped up by Devers. On target, 2 gone. Arbella Insurance Foundation is the proud presenting sponsor of the WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, dedicated to striking out cancer in kids. Arbella donating $50 for every strikeout thrown by a Sox pitcher, up to $100,000. Arbella Insurance Foundation, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. Beckham tonight with a 2-run homer, and he's also driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. So the Sox will attempt to rally some more in the 9th inning, and a little bit of rain coming again. It's just been the life here the last several days.
And Velasquez has done a really nice job since being in this ball game, quieting him down in the 7th. A couple of quick outs here in the 8th. Ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. He's a guy now that, you know, when he comes into a game, I feel very comfortable about him. You know, I really do. Throws strikes, gets outs.
You feel like the game is under control.
Yeah, you really do. It's a good way to put it.
He's got a perfect demeanor. Been through an awful lot in his life. The pitching in a big league game in Baltimore is no big deal. Nobody on, 2 down, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rain gear going on again. Deep short. Bogarts cutting loose with the throw. Skips it. Ah, terrific play by Moreland for the out. Bogarts and Moreland hook it up for out number 3. And the Red Sox coming up in the 9th inning, down by 2. Buck Showalter giving it some thought, but he's not going to do it. He's given the sign to play on. So we go to the 9th inning, 7-5. Ready back in the green room for the post-game show. Red Sox Extra Innings Live coming up next with TC, Eck, and Steve. Meanwhile, back in Baltimore, it's raining again. And Brad Brock is coming out of their bullpen. And again, Zach Britton reportedly has been traded. Otherwise, he'd be in the game right now. He's pitched to a 12.71 ERA in July. The Red Sox will bring up Jackie Bradley. Jackie 0 for 3 tonight. He'll be followed by Nunez and Devers, the scheduled hitters. Actually, Brock Holt now has come to the on-deck area. And he would hit for Nunez, get a left-handed stick up there. Over shift on the right side, and that'll be downstairs. Another wet night in Baltimore. Two and one. We have had one stoppage in play tonight. 27-minute rain delay. Jackie trying to keep brim of that helmet as dry as he can. Three and one.
That's one of the problems you have in the rain, that rain dripping off your helmet, and try to keep the bat as dry as possible.
In there for a strike to fill up the count. Brock Holt, the on-deck hitter. Last inning, JD Martinez blasted his second home run of the ball game, a 2-run blow to pull the Sox to within 2. He also homered in the first inning tonight. Payoff pitch on the infield, hit weakly. Here's the charge, the flip, and he's going to be safe at first base. The flip out of the glove, and that ball actually went down the dugout steps. So Jackie Bradley is going to be given second base. Bit of a wild play, and the Red Sox have a runner on the base hit and the E6 down to second.
Yeah, that was almost like a drag bunt towards second base by Jackie Bradley. And then they tried to get flashy with it by going with the underhand flip of a backhand flip. And it goes up over the head. Beckham goes diving, but the ball goes into the dugout. Jackie ends up at second base.
Beckham trying to make the snazzy play.
Yeah. Instead of going just like shuffle out of the glove, he went to the backhand with it to shuffle the first base, and it didn't even come close.
So Brock Holt will be the hitter, batting for the first time tonight, hitting .283. Red Sox attempting to rally in these last 2 innings in Baltimore. Devers on deck. Nobody out. Skipped it up there, stopped by Joseph. Left-hand hitters are seeing Brock quite well. They're batting .329 against Brad Brock. And Brock Holt has held his own against lefties this year. Slices that one foul. More than held his own, actually. He's hitting .353 off lefties. Matt Barnes active in the Sox pen. Here's the 1-2.
Brock into the game now knowing that this is going to be his role again as a closer for the Baltimore Orioles. Been back and forth. When Britton was hurt, he was the closer.
They're down a man in their pen tonight. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball to first base. That will advance the runner. Davis will pick it and get to the bag. Jackie Bradley safely into third with one away. Is your organization looking for a great way to raise fund? All the while raising funds for your 501c3. The Red Sox have launched a new fundraising program for select games during the rest of the season with the ability to raise up to $10 per ticket. For more information, you can contact Group Sales at 617-226-6835 or email groupsales@redsox.com. Rafael Devers is 1 for 3 tonight with a single. Jackie Bradley 90 feet away. 2-run lead though for Baltimore. Brock a hard thrower, not in the same league necessarily with a very healthy Zach Britton. He can bring it, the 0-1.
And just showed it to you right there at 96 miles an hour up and away from Rafael Devers.
Bradley off third, one away. Check swing and a foul.
Accident swing right there. That ball was up and in. Devers didn't know what to do with the bat. Fortunately, it made contact and gone foul. Ball was supposed to be away. It comes up and inside, and Devers just checking his swing. Fortunate to make contact right there.
Oh, 2 on Rafael. Well, they love to elevate that fastball on Devers.
They sure do, especially when they get ahead of him.
Two-strike pitch again. Little dribbler. Nunez to charge. Throw on to first, and not in time as the run comes in. He had trouble getting that out. The Red Sox have scored to make it 7-6. That'll be an RBI single for Devers.
Yeah, things are very, very sloppy out there right now. Very wet. Any little chopper like that is going to be a problem for an infielder. No question about that. And Nunez right here charging the ball. Could not get a handle on it. Cut the ball coming out of his glove. And Devers, as we mentioned, he gets down that line pretty darn good. He just couldn't find a handle on a baseball out of the glove.
And not a close play.
Not at all.
Devers made sure of that. So the Red Sox have the tying run on. Blake Swihart will be the batter. He's already belted a home run tonight, his first of the year.
This would be some comeback win tonight if the Red Sox could put that together.
Oh, man. 7-6 Orioles, 9th inning, 1 down, 1 on. Mookie Betts is on deck. Blake Swihart with a blast back in the 5th inning.
Yeah, Swihart going with a fastball that was middle in and takes it out of the ballpark against Ramirez, the starter. Home run ball has been big for the Red Sox tonight.
2-0. Oh, you're right. It's slippery out there. The mound slippery too.
I mean, the infield looks like ice.
Time granted. Kimbrell up along with Barnes in the pen. That's going to miss for ball 3. He's got a 3-0 on Swihart with Betts waiting on deck. And Brock with a 3-0. And that's going to be ball 4. Ball 4 to Swihart, first and second now for Mookie Betts. How about this? How about this? McDowell, the pitching coach, heading out. In the inning, a base hit and an error. Devers with an infield hit, which Nunez had difficulty getting out of his glove. And now Swihart takes ball 4. And the Sox have the tying run at second.
And you think of the 2 hits by the Red Sox, neither one of them left the infield.
And now Mookie, who's homered and singled. Gone 2 for 4 tonight. In a place he loves to swing the bat. Well, you really didn't know if we would have this kind of drama about a half hour ago.
No, it was very lackadaisical in the middle part of this ball game for the Red Sox, but it had certainly picked up.
Tanner Scott, the left-hander, working in the bullpen. 1 man gone.
Well, Brock is rushing everything up there. He really is.
The 1-0. Line shot, scooped up by Scope to Beckham. That's 1 out at first. That's a double play, and that's how the ball game ends. Mookie Betts hit it hard, but into a double play, and the Red Sox rally in the rain falls just short. The final score, TC 7-6 tonight.